Well, this is not a personal attack on anyone. This is just a brother teacher moment, and I'm asking you a question. So, govern yourselves accordingly. I know some people might want to attack me after this, but it's okay. It's not the first time. It won't be the first time. Anytime you have a purveyor of truth, you're going to always have an element of our society that's going to fight against it. So let me just cut to the chase in this particular subject. As it relates to your health, what I want to talk to you about real quick is cause and effect. And I want to talk to you about nothing happens for no reason. If you consider yourself smart and intelligent and a person that has some similitude of common sense, then you should be able to comprehend where I'm coming from as it relates to your health and your well-being. For example, disease. I'll break that word down for you. Two syllables, dis and ease. The prefix dis, dis, means not or no. Ease, not at ease or no ease. When something is not at ease. Disease means not at ease. So, if you have a disease, that means something is not right. Something is not in balance in the body. Now, the medical term for that is called homeostasis. Homeostasis is the balance of the human body when everything is working the way it's supposed to be working. Homeostasis is balance. So now, when something is out of balance, it means that your systems, one or several of your body's systems, has been compromised. But there's a reason for everything. Nothing happens for no reason. So what happens often is that we generally go to the hospital and we are introduced to a doctor or several doctors, and they will diagnose us with something. And they will give us not a remedy per se, but they will give us a diagnosis. And doctors study something called allopathic medicine, which has two answers. They're going to prescribe either a medication, pharmaceutical drug, or they're going to prescribe surgery, or both, for the most part. Now, as it relates to medication, I'm not telling and or suggesting that anyone go against their doctor's orders. If you change or modify or alter anything in your life as it relates to your physicality or your biology, as it relates to diet, exercise, or medication, please feel free to consult with your primary care physician, if you will, or doctor. So I'm not telling you not to do that. But what I am suggesting to you is to know your body. Study your body. If you don't know your body, fundamentally, something's wrong. And something is wrong with you. If there's trauma, I'll go to the doctor. but for general purposes, won't go. That's me. General purposes, don't need to go to a doctor. If I have a splinter in my hand, in my finger, I'm not going to a doctor. And if a person has to go to the doctor to get a splinter out of their finger, something's wrong. If I have a cut because I'm cutting some carrots or some vegetables for dinner, and the cut is an inch across and it's not major and it's not down to the flesh past the fat, I'm not going to the doctor. I'm sorry. Your body will take care of itself. If you don't know how to stop bleeding, how to clean the wound out, keep it clean and bandage it and let it heal on its own and scab up, something's wrong with you. If I have a stomach ache and I can't do some investigative reporting on my own self and say, what did you eat, teacher? Maybe you ate the wrong thing. And that very rarely happens with me because I generally eat the right things. Don't need to go to the doctor for a stomach ache. If my head hurts, I don't get headaches. First and foremost, I don't get headaches. But if I had a headache, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause, pump the brakes. What did you do today? What's going on in your life? I'm going to analyze myself. I'm not going to run to the doctor. I'm not going to go to the pharmacist and buy Advil, Tylenol, and all of this other stuff for that. Because it's all it's going to do is cover up or mask the problem. It's going to cover up the symptoms. The symptoms is the headache, right? So ask yourself the question, what's causing the headache? When you get rid of the cause, it goes away. If your tire is going flat on your car, find out what's causing the flat. Don't keep pumping the tire back up. Find out what's going on with the tire. Is it a nail in the tire? Is it cut, slashed, or what have you? Fix that problem. Then you're doing good. Don't just keep putting air in it. That's just patching it up and putting a band-aid on it, so to speak. You follow what I'm saying? If your check engine light in your car is coming on and then it goes off periodically, it lets you know that there's something going on. Don't keep driving the car. If you keep having a headache and your body can be associated with your car, a lot of people use that as an example, using that analogy, if you will. So if you keep getting a headache and then it goes away, then later on it comes back again, find out why you have a headache. If again your light in your car keeps coming on, the check engine light, and it goes off periodically, I should say that, and then it comes on later on, find out what's causing the problem, because usually it's going to come back on again and stay on longer. And the next thing you're going to know is that it's going to break down. You're going to find out that you're going to have a much major problem later on. So stop dealing with the surface issue and putting a band-aid on it and looking at it only from that standpoint, from the surface. So I know I kind of stumbled there for a moment, but let me cut to the chase again. Be smart. This is me. Again, before I leave you, I'm going to conclude and say this. I don't want to take medication, pharmaceutical drugs, unless I absolutely, positively have to. And if I'm going to take drugs, I need to know why I'm taking the drugs. And I need to know what are the side effects to those drugs. And if you read the indications, if you read the side effects, a lot of the side effects are worse than what you're experiencing from the condition. So now, let's start dealing with the causes of our problems as opposed to just the symptoms, is what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen. You got a headache, or you have a headache, more properly. If you have a headache, ask yourself the question, why do I have a headache? You have a backache, why do I have a backache? You have a stomach ache, why do I have a stomach ache? You having chest pains, why do I have chest pains? Address the underlying condition and stop patching it up. Are you smarter than that? Stop just taking pills to cover up the symptoms and find out what's causing the actual problem, and you'll be okay. I think you're smarter than that. So long.